So if you guys are ready, let's fire up this thing. 3, 2, 1. I just returned from a work trip and I had this pretty cool package waiting for me in my PO box. It holds 3 very cool knives, one from Protech, another from Spyderco, and the last one is from Fox Knives Italy. Usually, I don't film my unboxings, but this time I'll make an exception because I have a couple of things to say about these 3 knives that I will probably not mention in their full reviews. So without further ado, let's jump in and start with this Protech, which is hands down the most expensive item on the list. I really like that Protech has such unique packaging. It opens with a very cool sliding paper thingy, then the cover lifts up, and inside their boxes they usually include a canvas carry pouch that I can use later. In this pouch we have our knife, wrapped into a plastic cover, sealed with a sticker, which I will try to open nicely. So if you guys are ready, let's fire up this thing. 3, 2, 1, snap! You know, I really like Protechs because their action always puts a smirk on my face. That's why I set up a second camera, because I knew that in this video I would have a lot of fun. The knife you see here is called PT Plus, which is a discontinued model from the 10-year-long Strider Protech collaboration. It comes with their natural grey aluminum scales and a DLC-coated Magnacut blade, which is hands down my favorite combination they ever released. The dealer I got it from had to run a couple of circles to get one for me, because these knives are now sold out everywhere, and according to them, this was the last one available on the whole continent. So I feel super lucky that I could pick one up before it was too late. This latest and greatest version of the PT Plus is the result of a long evolution. It went through a redesign from the original PT to this PT Plus, and then it also saw significant blade steel improvements starting from 154 cm, CPM 154, S35VN, and then finally this DLC-coated Magnacut, which marks the apex of its evolution. So this is why I really wanted to have one in my collection. Just like all Protechs I handled, this one comes with a snappy action, 0 blade play, and a pristine finish. And on top of everything, in my opinion, Protech has one of the best heat treatment protocols for Magnacut. And their batches are randomly inspected by Dr. Larry Thomas himself. If you watch my channel, you probably know that previously I had a strong dislike toward this blade steel, because every Magnacut knife I reviewed had shitty edge retention. So I was desperately looking for a sample that is cooked well, and if you wanna see how it held up, definitely hit subscribe, because its review is coming soon. But now, let's pull up the second knife on the list, which I'm really excited about. It's called Gooney, a brand new model from Byrd, aka Spyderco's budget brand. That's why the box has a different logo on it, and also has this green color instead of the classic red one. However, the box slides open the very same way, and the knife sits there on top of a foam insert. But with this brand we get no sticker and no love letter that they usually include with a mainline Spyderco knife. For example, the one that you can also see on my MacBook. Either way, the Gooney is still better than most Spyderco knives that you'll see in just a second, but first let's open it up. Damn, I really like the solid backlock action, and this curvy blade shape looks super exotic. It truly reminds me of a bird, pun intended. The fit and finish is clearly not the best, as I can see the machining holes that was drilled for the reversible pocket clip. Plus Spyderco did some hilariously out of the place billboarding on the blade. They just simply lasered on a trademark symbol next to the opening hole that doesn't even make sense. But besides the minor cosmetic things, this knife looks fantastic. Plus, I really enjoy that the Gooney has an extremely high blade-to-body ratio that you can see best when the knife is closed, which is usually a big problem with mainline Spyderco knives, as they all come with undersized blades. With all that said, here comes the big reason why this knife is arguably better than some mainline Spyderco models, as it comes with the new upgraded blade steel called 9CR14 MOV instead of 8CR13 MOV like the Spyderco Tenacious, which has the MSRP of $231 with the brand new titanium scales. That sounds completely nuts in comparison to this Byrd Gooney that I bought for $50. So for the first time in history, Spyderco's budget line is officially better than Spyderco itself. But before this video gets out of control, let me show you the third and final knife, which comes in this black cardboard box that needs a lot of wrestling to open. But boom, here we are. This one also features a canvas carry pouch, just like the Protech did, except this one is a Fox Fox-Anso collaboration made in Maniago, Italy. And the model is called Zero, which is a subcompact backlog folder with FRN scales. However, I definitely had more than 0 reasons to get this knife. And the first one is the super niche B-cut blade steel, which is really hard to come by. I tried to look it up on forums, but nobody really knows anything about B-cut, except the fact that it comes from Germany and it is a fairly new stainless steel with high impact resistance. But for a steel nerd like me, this just sounded way too mysterious, so I can't wait to give it a try. And I already see that we will also test sharpenability, because the factory edge on this thing is garbage. Another big reason why I picked this knife was the Desert Warrior color combination, since it has sand yellow handle scales and a dark brown blade finish. Knowing Fox, this should be some kind of Cerakote that comes off after 2 cuts. But either way, if you look at my outfit, you can clearly see that I'm a big fan of these colors. And I really enjoy that unlike most quote-unquote Desert Warrior knives, the handle is not green but yellowish tan, let's say, because this way it perfectly matches my G-Shock and a couple of my mean-looking tactical fixed blades, such as the Tikal Nighthawk or this OSS dagger from Knight's Elements, both of which are highly specialized to stab things, so I can't really use them to slice paper. And this is exactly why I wanted to have this super tiny 3-finger knife, so I could carry it as a backup blade alongside my favorites. This OSS dagger is crazy cool, by the way, and I just made a review on it, so if you'd like to watch it, make sure you click on this card. Thank you for sticking around all the way, and I'll see you in the next one.